Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy to be dropping in with all of you. It's been a while since I've made a video. I have so much going on in my world, but so much good stuff. So let's see, what are some updates? Well, I'm getting married in 2 weeks. We are so excited about that. If you want to follow my wedding journey, get behind the scenes photos, I'm going to be posting a lot of those on Instagram. So there is a link, I believe, right down here where you can click into my Instagram at Shelly Bullard Love. And yeah, come follow me there. I post a lot of behind the scenes on Instagram, so you can check out my wedding journey, my marriage journey there. I am now 6 months pregnant, almost 7 months pregnant. So that is going really well. I am feeling her every day and really being present to the process. That feels really good. And there's just been so much going on, mainly the wedding. So I wanted to sit down and make a bunch of videos for you. I asked both here on YouTube and on my Instagram for video suggestions, and I got lots of video suggestions. So let's dive into this first video, which is how do you detach from your manifestation? Or how do you create a healthy detachment? So the person who was asking this question, where she was coming from, she gave a little more background, was she feels very attached, and that can even feel like grasping or desperate for her manifestation. And I'm pretty sure she's manifesting a relationship. Maybe it's with a specific person, I'm not quite sure. We all know that grasping feeling, that grasping experience internally, first of all, it's not comfortable. Like, we don't like to feel the anxiety of needing our manifestation, constantly checking the 3D for where it is, looking for it, feeling incomplete. All of those states of being, which that's feeling states, it's how you feel when you're manifesting. It's an indication that you really aren't confident in the end result. You really aren't confident that you can have your desire, that you will have your desire. And also, it's an indication that you don't feel okay now as you are, even without your manifestation. So this is what I want to talk about in terms of healthy detachment. To me, what healthy detachment is, it's desiring an outcome, but not needing it. It's desiring an outcome, but not feeling any lack around it, not feeling desperation, not feeling that grasping energy. So you know that you want this outcome. Let's say it's a relationship. You know you want to be with the love of your life. You know you want it to feel incredible. You know you want to be in this relationship that feels amazing, but there's no anxiety attached to receiving it. There's no anxiety feeling like I have to have this thing, and if I don't get this thing, I'm not going to be okay. That anxiety, number one, it doesn't feel good. No one wants to feel that. But number two, in my opinion, it's part of what can sabotage our manifestations, or it can keep them further away from us, because that anxiety is really you being embodied in the state of not having your desire. That is what that anxiety is. It's feeling like it's not here. The relationship isn't here. I don't know if I can get it. I don't think I can get it. All those types of feelings. And it may not be you telling yourself those words, but you feel that way. You feel uneasy about it. You don't feel good about it. You don't feel like you can have it, or you do have it, okay? When we feel like we need our manifestation, and we have that need of the manifestation, and that's coupled with the inner experience of not being certain that we can have it. So I need the manifestation. I'm not confident that it can be mine. We feel that attachment and we feel that anxiety. So how do we start to detach from the outcome? I think actually the best possible way to detach from the outcome, and a lot of this sounds like an oxymoron, or it's like sounds counterintuitive, but this is how manifesting works. This is how I have done it. This is how it's worked so much for me. And you all have seen me. I've manifested many, 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 many things, and really big things into my life. And this is part of how I manifest. It's through a sense of detachment. Now, how come I'm able to detach? And what do I think one of the keys to detaching is? Being okay no matter what. You literally feel like you're going to be okay no matter if you receive your manifestation or not. Now, I'm going to talk about how to get there, but I understand that that's really counterintuitive because you want the thing, you want the relationship, you want the family, you want the baby, you want the house, you want the money. I get it. I've wanted all those things too. And I've got them. I've manifested them. And how have I manifested them? Partially, how I've manifested them is not needing them. Really not needing it to feel complete, whole, happy, well, in the moment. So let's talk about this, and I'm going to talk about how to get there to this inner state of detachment. It is different to want and desire and see these beautiful manifestations for yourself, see these potential outcomes, and really want them for yourself. That is one thing, but to feel like you are not whole until you get it, you are not complete, you can't be happy, your life has to be paused, you can't live a full life without those things, that is living in lack. I think the most powerful way to become an incredible manifester is to come into your own wholeness and recognize you don't need anything to be happy. You don't need anything outside of yourself and how you feel about yourself and who you think you are to feel complete. You don't. And when you recognize that the answer for your own experience of being complete, whole, happy, loving life, living your fullest life, all of that is only dependent on you and how you see yourself and who you feel you are in every moment. That is a practice called self-love. When you recognize that, like, ultimately, all the goodness that's going to come into your life comes from that inner feeling of being okay now, you are able to manifest these really big things effortlessly because you don't need them. There's no desperation. Yes, you want it, but if you do enough self-love, you recognize, well, of course I can have it. And even if I don't have it, I'm okay because I'm living my best life now. I'm being the best version of myself now. I'm happy now. So this is like advanced, I'd say this is advanced manifesting. This is advanced practices. I also think it's the key to happiness because there's something like little tricky that our mind does. If you think that something outside of you is really going to be the answer to you feeling complete and happy and whole, like that's the thing, and until you have that thing, you're not going to feel those ways, you're in for a big surprise because nothing out there is going to complete you. It really is always going to come back to you, who you think you are, how you feel, mostly what you think about yourself, your knowing of yourself, your beliefs about yourself. It's always going to come back to that. So how do we create this inner sense of wholeness and completion within without having the thing? Well, that's a practice of self-love, we can call it. You can also call it self-concept work, but it's the practice of recognizing I'm good, I'm beautiful, I'm already special, I'm already chosen, I'm already an incredible person. I'm already living a fully abundant life. I already have so many blessings in my life. I'm good right now. And it's practicing the thoughts that are essentially telling you, I'm doing good. I am good. I'm amazing. I'm living my best life. If you start practicing those thoughts and you really start to feel that way, that's who you become, and you become okay in the moment. You aren't freaked out that you don't have the thing. You're good. And by doing self-love practices, you really build up your self-confidence. And from there, from a really high experience of self-confidence, we can call it, from a really good self-concept in a general way. From there, you really actually just start to believe that you're going to receive the things you want. It seems natural. When you like yourself, you love yourself, you think you're incredible, you really believe your life is going to be amazing, you believe you're going to receive what you want. Most people are approaching manifesting from an extreme amount of lack. They're highly focused on what they don't have. Highly focused on what they don't have. And they affirm without trying what they don't have. And then they try to say empty thoughts saying they have the thing, but really they feel like they don't have it. That's not what we're doing when we're manifesting. When we're manifesting, what we're doing is we're truly training ourselves to feel like a new person. And that new person feels content in the moment, feels beautiful in the moment, feels worthy in the moment, feels special, feels like you can have everything you want. That's all self-love work. And that's really the foundation of manifesting. I've always taught that. So again, in order to create a healthy detachment from your manifestation, work on you. Work on how you see yourself. Work on building up the way you affirm about yourself. I'm incredible. I'm amazing. I'm doing great. I actually have an incredible life and I'm choosing to create an even better life. Work on focusing on you, not on the thing outside of yourself. If you're attached to that thing, you think that it's the answer to you feeling happy, and it's not. It's really not. Everything outside of you is a reflection of you. It's happening. If you want an incredible relationship, if you want a man who shows up with you or a woman who shows up with you, if you want a person who shows up with you fully and loves you unconditionally, you know how I manifested that? By doing that for myself. Had I not worked for years on self-love, would I have the relationship I have now? And a lot of you see the relationship I'm in now. Again, I post a lot of behind the scenes on Instagram, and you can see I have a man who fully shows up for me, who's super all in. We are super all in. How did I manifest that? First thing I did was I learned to really love myself, be really content in the moment, to not need him to show up. And I don't, and he doesn't need me either. That's part of why we have such an amazing relationship. We don't have any of that dysfunctional stuff where there's neediness or insecurity, or that's not part of our dynamic. We don't have a perfect relationship because no one has a perfect relationship, but we don't have that. And we don't have that because both of us have done our individual work to really love ourselves, to really come into feeling like we are incredible people. We're going to have incredible lives no matter what. And through that, we are able to manifest each other and manifest this really incredible relationship. So the moral of the story is always the same, which is do the inner work to first build yourself up. And if you feel attached to something outside of you, that means it's time to focus more on you. Who are you? What life are you living? What life are you building for yourself? Who do you think of yourself as? What are you saturating your inner world with? Really build yourself up, and a healthy detachment will happen, as well as a confidence that you can receive your desire. Okay, thank you all for being here with me. I love being here with you. I'll see you soon. Bye.